What is going on, everybody? My name is Johnny. This is Best Bets and Drivers to Watch For. And this week we are at Darlington for the Cookout Southern 500 night race. Should be a great race. First race of the playoffs, first race of the round of 16. We've got three total in this round. And I feel good about these bets. Obviously, we had a rough weekend. Not only us, I mean, NASCAR had a rough weekend at Daytona on Sunday. Pretty brutal for us all around. The really frustrating part was we had up there Eric Almirola, Eric Jones, Justin Haley I talked about as well. Those are three guys we had up front. And then, of course, NASCAR does not throw the caution. Rain comes. All those guys wreck. Austin Dillon makes it through. You know the whole story. I think, personally, NASCAR was just upset that this community, Johnny on the track, continued to take their money. We were on a little hot streak, and I think they're like, you know what? We gotta cool it. We gotta cool off this dude. And I'm okay with it. It is what it is. I think we'll be back this week. The joke's on them. So NASCAR had to do what they had to do, but we will be back this week at Darlington Raceway again for the Cookout Southern 500. So let's get right into it. First bet, Joey Logano plus 1,000 to win. We will start with our winners. Won here earlier this season, all around start to finish of the weekend. Had the fastest car, started on the pole, scored 58 points, led the most laps. I mean, you can just say it all. He had a great car. He's also on a little bit of a hot streak. Average finish of 5th in his last 4 races. I think the hot streak continues here at a track that he's already won at this season. If you get a chance, definitely watch the Johnny on the Track playoff preview show with a couple of my buddies, recorded last night. It is on the channel. The most recent video you will see besides this one on the channel. I talk about Joey Logano. I think Joey's going to have a great playoffs. I think he's going to make it all the way to the championship 4, and he is my pick to win the 2022 championship. And I think it's going to start with a great race here at Darlington this Sunday. So Joey Logano plus 1,000. Kyle Larson plus 600, another one of my winning bets. Started on the front row with Logano earlier this season, had an absolute hot rod, a car that he loved. He loved this car. And then finishes dead last because the car has an issue. Day gets cut short, and that's that. But we really didn't you really get to see how fast this car would have been in the long run because he just didn't get to run that many laps. But watch out for Kyle Larson this weekend. He's also going to be in the Xfinity race, so he will get some seat time to get comfortable with that track, find the best lanes, what's working. Track conditions will be a little different. Again, this is a night race, so, we do have to keep that in mind, but I like Larson here, plus 600. Plus 600, another guy, Denny Hamlin, the first JGR bet for me of the weekend, started at the rear of this race, ended up driving to the front, led 42 laps. He was up there neck and neck at points with Ross Chastain, another fast car. Had a great car, just had an issue really, really late in the race that cost kind of his day and a good finish. Couldn't get back up there on the lead lap. So the finish didn't reflect how good the car was. And JGR has kind of been good on this style of track. So I think overall, this is a great bet. I don't love the numbers, plus 600 for Larson and Hamlin, but I do think those are bets that you do need to take because I think they're going to be really fast, good cars this weekend. My final bet for winners, it is not William Byron. I will be fading William Byron. Why will I be fading William Byron? He was the guy that was leading this race, got punted out by Joey Logano, and I think finished 12th. So, why am I fading him? He was leading late in the race. Well, William Byron has not had a top 10 since Sonoma, and before that top 10, his second top 10, most recent top 10, you could say, was Martinsville on April 9th. Ladies and gentlemen, when we race, it will be September 4th. So from April 9th to September 4th, William Byron will have had 2 top 10s in that time. I just do not see a guy that has had 2 top 10s in almost 5 months somehow just out of nowhere win the race. I do not see it. There's been a lot of similar tracks. I mean, look, Darlington is unique in itself, but there's been similar style tracks, similar style racing from that point to this point, and William Byron has had no success. So I am fading William Byron. So my last guy to bet on to win, and I really love this bet, especially at the number you can get this at, plus 1,100 on DraftKings right now, Martin Truex Jr. Martin Truex Jr., he's not even in the playoffs. Are you kidding me? Ladies and gentlemen, how Martin Truex Jr. would it be to miss the playoffs and win the first playoff race in the season? I want to see it happen. I am rooting for this. I want the fans to go absolutely nuts that, oh my goodness, Martin Truex Jr., should have been in the playoffs, top 5 in points, and he wins the first playoff race and he's not even competing for a championship. I think that would be really, really funny. I think he was ranked 4th in overall green flag speed earlier this year. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, this is a bet that I think I'm really confident. I really like this bet. So we shall see Martin Truex Jr. plus 1,100. And let's not forget, the last time I had a feeling like this, it was with Kevin Harvick after he had just won his first race in almost 2 years. I said, how Harvick would it be to go back to back? And there it was. So look, I had a funny feeling there. I have a funny feeling here. I really like that Truex bet. Top 5's quick. Just 2. Ross Chastain plus 140. Really fast car in this race. The next gen car is tough to drive. I know they figured it out, but Darlington is a monster of a track. And Chastain got loose, ended his day, but he had a really fast car. I think it was second. I think he was overall in green flag speed. So it was one of those early season Trackhouse rocket ships that they built. So the car should have been rewarded a little bit more. I think he comes back and I think he has a good finish. I do not think he's going to win, but I think he starts off his playoffs well. Ross Chastain top 5, and then Tyler Reddick top 5 as well. He was a guy that kind of struggled early in this race, came alive later in the race. And, a lot of that did have to do with the fact that there was, a lot of wrecks. This was a long race. So look, Tyler Reddick, top 5, even money. Guy came alive late in the race, just helped his teammate to win at Daytona. I feel like he's got the confidence back with his team. I think it continues here for a good run, not a winning run, but a really good run at Darlington. Top 10s, Eric Jones plus 150. 10th overall in green flag speed, got caught up in one of the wrecks, but ran right around top 10 all race, qualified 11th, so he was right in that position even in qualifying, practiced well here. Really the whole 9, just, could not get the car the run that it deserved when you get caught up in one of those wrecks. So Jones top 10 plus 150, good bet. Harvick top 10 minus 140. Why are we doing that? Well, it's the streak. People ride the streak. It's 13 straight top 10s, 11 of them top 5s. I actually think you could go top 5 as well if you'd like, but you have to ride the top 10 streak, ride it till you die. At least 3 units on this. I'm very confident this hits 13 straight is just it's an astronomical number to see on one track, especially a track like this that is so difficult to drive. It's not called the Lady in Black for nothing, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is a very tough track, and Harvick just dominates it. So Kevin Harvick, top 10 minus 140, and then the final top 10 bet, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. top 10 plus 200. He's just kind of performed well on these high tire wear tracks this season. Came home earlier with an 8th place finish, and he's actually surprisingly, JTG has brought really good cars to these bigger style tracks, which is weird because that's not usually where you see a JTG car shine, but that's really where this car and this team has shined. So I like this track. I like this driver. I think he has the talent to keep up with a track like this. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. plus 200. So let's run through them quick. Winners: Logano plus 1,000, Larson plus 600, Truex plus 1,100, Hamlin plus 600. We are fading William Byron. Our top fives will be Tyler Reddick at plus 100 or even, Chastain at plus 140, and our top tens will be Harvick minus 140, Jones plus 150, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. at plus 200. Love what I'm seeing, feeling pretty confident, excited to get the playoffs up and running. Like I always say, if there is a bet that you might miss that I might not tell you here, how do you find it? Action Network, Johnny on the Track, or you give us the Twitter follow at JOTT_podcast. You know where to find us, me, whatever. You know where to find me. Those are the locations. Those are where you can see those bets get locked in. And it's good content on the Twitter. Give us a follow on the Twitter. Why not? So thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe for more content, and let's start the playoffs off right. Thanks.